I'm interested in you saying that meaning is primary, and I'm wondering what the implication is for creativity. Do you think that artistic expression, like music or painting, manifests from that primary source and bypasses language?
Does artistic creativity come from the same source as linguistic creativity?
Yeah, the primary source, but that it doesn't process through linguistic processing, it bypasses it.
I mean, this was discussed, nobody knows, but it was discussed in a lot in the 16th and 17th centuries, 18th century, early aesthetic theory, classical aesthetic theory and so on. So there was a conception, actually, as far as I know, it goes back to a 16th century Spanish philosopher, Juan Huarte was the first one to talk about it, and it was developed in later centuries, that he said there are three kinds of, let me see if I can remember it exactly, there are three kinds of intelligence. One is the intelligence of, brutes, animals. You just do things reflexively. The second level is normal human intelligence, which is manifested in the essentially creative use of language, the kind of thing we all do all the time. You make up new sentences, they express new thoughts, and so on and so forth. And then he said there's the third kind of creativity, which has actual aesthetic value. And that, he said, quoting from Plato, involves a mixture of madness. But whatever that is, it's beyond these two. And then there's a lot of discussion of that. Do they have the same roots? Nobody knows. I mean, there's nothing like artistic creativity to look at comparatively. I mean, you can't even find the second level of creativity in other organisms. And what's beyond that, who knows? Yeah. I mean, it is pretty striking if you look at the human archaeological record. Have you ever looked at the Lascaux paintings, for example? Well, they're pretty amazing. Actually, my wife and I saw them before they were closed off. By now you can't see them anymore, but we were able to get to them before the caves were closed. And you can understand how Picasso, for example, reacted. This is 40,000 years ago. And when Picasso saw them, he was stunned. He said they're the greatest modern artists, It sort of strikes you that way. So who knows where it came from.